Alright, back again, Luke here. And you guys may notice a little bit of a change of scenery here. I decided to grab the old granny bike here and go out and do some bike riding. And I apologize in kind of ahead of time, but since I don't have anything to protect the microphone here, there may be sudden gusts of wind that cause the microphone to kind of make a hissing sound, things like that. So just kind of bear with me there. Figured I'd get out of the house here and, I don't know, do a little bike riding here and show you guys around a little bit. I have absolutely no idea where I'm going here, but I am just, biking along. So you guys can take a look at some of the different scenery, I guess, around here. Just in like a regular residential area at this time. But, yeah. I don't know, I've never been around this area before, so I'm just kind of, getting lost, things like that. It's like a little convenience store or something. Wild. It's kind of dangerous, though, like bike riding, because people like come at you head on, and you're like, no, You can see some school kids here. In Japan, the school kids all have a special style of a backpack that they have to wear, and it's pretty thick. You can probably notice there. It's really thick, and it's made out of a, leather and some other material. Maybe it's hard plastic or something. Those cases, they keep the books and the paperwork and everything for the kids. They keep them all nice and neat. So it sticks out the back. It keeps a nice shape and stuff. So, when the kids go and hand in their homework and put their books away, there's no dents. Well, I shouldn't say dents. There's no creases in the paper and things like that. It's really wild. But you can see tennis grounds. I don't know exactly how bright this is going to be either, guys, so kind of bear with me on that. But it's a nice day out, and I figured, hey, might as well go out and do some bike riding. And then I realized that there were a few of the watchers there that said, hey, wouldn't mind another bicycling video. So I said, okay, I'll grab the camera, do some outdoor biking. Here are the sidewalks. You can see this is this is me crashing into them. It's hard to take these corners. It's about the width of the bicycle, so it's a little bit challenging here with the camera in one hand. Got some dips up and down, but yeah, definitely biking around here in Japan is not safe. You really got to be careful where you're cycling. You got to watch in front of you, and you got to watch out for these small little side streets because people will just jump out of them. They just, come flying out. Here's a metal recycling factory here. They recycle like aluminum and steel and things like that. I don't know why, but I love the smell of this factory here. It's got that kind of like diesel auto mechanic kind of shop. You can smell the oil and stuff, and love that stuff. All right, now I'm gonna have to go in the street. This is gonna be fun. You guys can see all sorts of stuff. Watch out for the speed. Let's see if we can get back on this curb. I'm killing myself. Ugh. Speed tose. Slow down. Some of these areas, people just fly by, and like I'd mentioned, on these side streets, people just come out of the side streets with their bicycles, with their, motorcycles, cars, and people just walking out into traffic. So it's really, really dangerous. So instead of telling the people who, jump out of these side streets here, these parking spaces, to be careful, they tell the drivers to be careful, because if somebody jumps out in front of you and you hit them, you are responsible, or you're at fault. Ooh, this is fun. It's a hill with one hand. Come on. Bicycle with no gears. Jeez, this is an exercise program right here. 2 hands, no problem. 1 hand, that's kind of interesting. Maybe we'll just, I don't know, turn right here and go across the bridge. But you can see blue skies as far as the eye can see. Really, really nice today. These are the Japanese style dump trucks they have around here. Usually you'll see them decked out with all sorts of lights, and they look like Transformers or Gundam. It's pretty wild. Wouldn't be surprised if I see a couple of them. If I do, I'll make sure to point the camera in that direction, but yeah. I don't even know how much time. Okay, we got about 6 minutes on here so far. See off in the distance, there's a Ferris wheel. And the water levels here seem to be pretty normal. Normally when there's hard rain like we had yesterday or the last couple of days, some people had mentioned about the storm, and Japan, yeah, got hit with another typhoon. And normally when that happens, this river will overflow, and it'll get up as high as the gate there, so it's pretty freaky to watch. There's a lot of the homeless people who live underneath the bridge here, and a lot of them get swiped away with the water. So, got some baseball grounds over there. Yeah, I don't know how interesting this will be for you guys, but yeah, it's a little bit different. You guys can take a look at some of the surroundings here in Japan. Recently, there's been a lot of changes. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. That's Fuji-san in the background. That is pretty awesome. It's so clear today that you can see Fuji-san. Let me see if I can get on the other side of this bridge. You can probably see that white... Hey, can you see that in the distance? There's a white mountaintop. And I don't know if I can zoom in on that. But off in the background, there's a white mountaintop just on top of this this building here, and that is Mount Fuji. And Mount Fuji is like, I don't know, 200 kilometers away from here or something. But very, very clear day today, so you can see Mount Fuji. That looks fantastic. Very, very nice. So, yeah, you can probably see some of the mountains way out there in the distance too. Once again, you know, I'm relying on the camera to pick up all the small details, as I can't see. It's so bright right now that I can't really see the camera. So you can see me. I'm just kind of rolling here, trying to keep my my eyes from being blinded by the sun. Whee! Some of the housing around here. Yeah, I hope everybody's having a good day. And, you know, so it's such a nice day, I figured I'd share it with you guys. Over there's some cherry blossoms that are still holding on for dear life. Because of the huge wind and the storms and stuff, that actually took away all of the cherry blossoms. Around this river here, there's usually tons and tons of cherry blossoms, but they only last for about a week, so yeah. This time with the hard rain, I mean, it took a lot of them. Normally the pavement and stuff was pretty littered with the leaves from the cherry blossom, or the petals. Once again, I have no clue where we're going. We're just going. Riding around. I want to ride my bicycle, Kurogania. It's a hardware store. Parking here, 60 minutes for $1. Some gyudon or beef and rice bowl shops there. Whoa. Try not to get killed here. Lots of fun. Ooh. I'm sure that wind is gonna really destroy the video. Some new buildings being built around here. It's amazing how fast things change around this area. You know, it's like one day you see this area here used to have I'm pretty familiar with this area now that I've got out here, but this area used to have a lot of old buildings around here, but you can see there's nothing but construction going on. Another Lawson over here. Got the old police station. Try not to mess around with the police here. I just don't want to get stopped. Usually they'll stop you and ask you for your bicycle registration number and check your alien registration card. Although recently I think they've been prohibited to check the foreign registration card, but they try and stop you and check your bicycle anyway. It's like, in Japan there's not so much crime, so for the most part it's, you know, the simple stuff, like if you litter, you know, they probably get a swarm of guys on you going, you know, stop. Whereas back home it's, you know, or in other countries, wherever you are, you know, it's about 100 times worse. But I guess that's one of the nice things about living here. There's really not too much to worry about. Except for the cost of living. That's the really kind of expensive part and dangerous part. Because, you know, we get paid here once a month, but, I mean, in bulk, you know, getting paid a lot of money in a bulk payment, one big payment, it's nice, but it's also really dangerous because in Japan it's a very social society. So if you don't go out and if you're not social, then you know, it's really seen as bad. But, here's going through a small intersection here. Try and weasel my way through here. But yeah, getting paid once a month it's nice, but you know, like I'd mentioned, Japan's a very social society, so that means you have to go out a lot. And if you don't go out, if you just stay at home and you don't associate with anyone out at your company or friends that you know around here, it's really bad, you know, so you have to go out quite a bit. And each time you go out, it's not for, you know, anything really cheap. Usually you're looking at paying, I don't know, about $100 each time you go out. And if you average that about, I don't know, 2 times a week, maybe that's a minimum, I suppose. And that's with different groups of friends. I mean, you're looking at easily blowing, I don't know, $500 on that. So it eats away a lot of your incoming cash. And then when you think about just living, if you were to live off of, I guess, just a bowl of rice, some soup, and McDonald's or so, it'd still wind up costing you about $600, $700 a month just for eating cost, not to mention the rent. So yeah, it adds up really quickly. But see, a lot of the school students are out right now. Oh, it smells so good right now, though. There's a yakitori place around here, which is like a skewered chicken, like grilled chicken, grilled meat shop, and it smells really, really good. I don't know where it's coming from. I'm going to have to hunt that down. And all the kids here, they all have to wear uniforms, as in, you know, private schools, prep schools. I'm sure it's the same around different schools around the world. They call them safeku, which is basically like safety clothing. So there's no arguments, no fights between kids like, oh, you've got a brand new jacket, and oh, you know, give it to me type stuff. Everybody's got the same outfit, same stuff, so. But it can be really, really hot in the summertime. What are we on about? 17 minutes, I suppose. Let's see what else. Got a fishing shop. So it's a huge fishing shop. I'm just surprised at how many people are out right now. It's really crazy. I'm gonna have to ride in the street here. Maybe we'll cut through this. Here's a karaoke place. Maybe we'll cut through this side street here and kind of go down that and check it out. Wow, this area has really changed a lot. I've been down here a few times, but this building is brand new. This building was never there. That's an apartment building, a new one. So is that. Jeez, Pete. Wow. They must have changed that around like within the last few months. I've never seen that before. There's a DVD rental shop. It's called Staya, Circle K convenience store. Mr. Donuts. Yeah, this is a small little kind of shop street. There's all sorts of little shops on the side. So some hamburger joints, film shops. There's a place to get film developed, shoe stores. Here's a pachinko building. Pachinko buildings are always huge. They're just massive. It's here. So but this street here is usually always really busy just because it connects two main stations to each other. So people walk from one station to the other, or two different train lines, I should say. Lots of recycling or rebuilding going on here. Crazy. It's a garbage truck. Yeah. There's a McDonald's up here. I'm kind of getting hungry. In the afternoon, it's a pretty good place to grab some food, or else one of the ramen shops. I don't know. Ah, it smells so good on the street. Let's gonna swing over here and try not to get killed. Arr. There's a book off. These kind of book offs here are really, really small. They do have some games, sometimes around like the window area. I guess that might be my gaming part of this video. Probably see, maybe you can't see. Maybe we'll just slide right by it and then swing back around. We won't go inside. It's because I'm lazy right now. You can see some PS3 stuff in the old window. You can see some 3DS, maybe, stuff going on there. So, yeah. Here's my gaming portion of the video. And this street here will bring us right back down by the river again. So, just wanted to show you guys a little bit of, the outside world here in Japan. Doing a little bit of bicycle riding and some talking. I probably mentioned a bunch of, pointless stuff a million times. Ooh, that's kind of strong. But yeah, hopefully you guys found it a little bit interesting. And that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon. So thanks for watching. Watching some Bike-O-Vision. Very windy Bike-O-Vision. Now let me know what you guys think about, this kind of video. I'm not going to do them very, very often, as my channel itself is, it's basically gaming related. And that's the way I've always wanted to keep it, is just mostly gaming related. But from time to time I'll put these videos up, and I don't want to be, one of those, YouTubers who makes a bunch of channels that can't really keep content on all of them. It takes a lot of work to have multiple channels. If you can do it, I think it's great. But for me, to have 3 channels or so, one on Japan culture, one on, on packages and pickups, one on gaming, one on learning Japanese. It's a lot of work. And instead of, trying it and disappointing a lot of people, I just would rather say that, I can't do it and leave it at that. That way there's no, no expectations, no disappointment. Oh, that's a big ass bus. I was gonna try and go up the hill here, but I had this bus kind of creeping behind me, so. Whoa, and it's still creeping. I didn't know I was gonna turn around. Whee! Yeah, this might be the more dangerous route to go. I think we'll just swing around here. I don't know where this bus is going. Whee! Let's just swing around. Those are vending machines. I think I might have to get something to drink, too. Getting kind of thirsty. The heat here's drying me out. Let's try and take a side street I haven't taken before. I really hope that wind doesn't get picked up as badly as I'm thinking it's gonna here with the camera. Really nice buildings around here. Nice houses. Each of one of these vending machines has something different in them. So this one's a Kirin only vending machine. I want to find a Coke vending machine. Just because I like the Georgia coffee that they have in there. And it's produced by Coca-Cola Japan. So You guys see what's jacked up there? It's an old initial D. Yeah, I've never been down this road before. It's really interesting. Got a really wild mix of super old buildings on one side and then newer buildings on the other. "25 minutes of rolling around Tokyo with Luke." Well, not really Tokyo, it's like outskirts of Tokyo. Wonder how far this thing actually goes out. Maybe we'll go, I don't know, about 30 minutes or so of video here. I should overlay this video with some music, but that would probably be irritating. I just leave the music out. Just try and block out some of the sound of the wisping wind. Surprised at the lack of vending machines on the street here. Normally there's one on every single corner, but now there's one, a blue one. That's a Asahi one, I think. Yeah, good old Asahi. Construction Central on the street. And that's the other thing, you know, things don't last long around here before they get renewed or remodeled or rebuilt. Got a vegetable patch here. Maybe spinach. Not sure. This is nice. I'm digging this. It's kind of nice to get out and do a bit of biking. It's been a while. Ooh, there we go. There's a Coke one. Where's the Georgia? Yay, Georgia! Woohoo! Emerald Mountain Blend. It tastes like real mountains. Blended up into one nice, easy-to-hold drink. Or I could get the Zeitaku Espresso. That sounds pretty good. Maybe I'll do cafe au lait. Alright, now, the fun part is trying to drink this. Pop this open and drink some of that while holding the camera. So, we'll be drinking some coffee and cycling and riding a bicycle. All I need is an umbrella and to be talking on the phone here, and I'll be almost as good as some of the elderly women around here who do the biking. They can do some